What's happening? Of course, you know it's your boy B-Hop Radio shouting as always. I got my podcast partner off in this thing, OG Gangsta Wicked, the Ghetto Mafia. What's good with it, Wick? See there, you got something in your teeth.
Yeah, I ate steak before I came.
I ain't mad at that. You ain't bring nothing in here though, Wick.
No. I'm stingy.
Yeah, you real stingy.
Yeah, I'm real stingy, man. So I left it out in the car so that when I leave here,
you get back to it.
Yeah, because I knew you were gonna ask me for some. Now I would have gave EJ some.
Okay,
I ain't gonna lie, I would have gave EJ some. I hate to have to neglect him because of you. You know what I'm saying? But your behavior, you know what I'm saying, makes me say, you know what? I can't even be nice to EJ either.
See, now, EJ shouldn't have to suffer because of these crazy opinions that you got all the time, Wick. Okay, that's number one. I'm going to just cut straight to the chase, man. Family. I was talking to Wick the other day, and he said something, that really just kind of pissed me all the way the hell off, okay? It was a debate about Drake and Michael Jackson, and being that...
Now, Billboard brought it up. So you got to preface your remarks by saying, Billboard brought the question up. I just answered it. I was actually in the men's room reflecting on... What
the hell you doing reflecting on Drake and Michael Jackson while you in the men's room?
I reflected on my behavior on this show.
Okay.
And then it came across my phone. Billboard said, right, everybody take their phone in the men's room. You know what I'm saying? And then it came across my phone and Billboard asked the question. Now I'm going to let you finish telling them what it was.
So then later on that day after he got out of the men's room, this nigga go call me and say, you know what? I think that Drake is bigger than Michael Jackson. They actually got a point with that. Yeah. And I immediately hung up in his face.
Yeah. But that's absolutely true. And when I first saw it too, I said, this is ridiculous. Come on, man. I come from the era of Michael Jackson. We don't debate Michael Jackson on here.
You don't never debate Michael Jackson. That's what you're not supposed to do in culture, period. Michael is the GOAT of all GOATs.
I will agree with you. I will agree with you on that. Michael Jackson, if I had one ticket that I could go to any, past celebrity, that's gonna be the ticket that I'm gonna buy. Him, maybe Whitney Houston and R&B.
Okay.
So I agree with you on that. But when I look closer at what was being said, it wasn't being said that Drake is a better entertainer than Michael Jackson, or people like Drake more than Michael Jackson. That one, of course, you have to read these questions, Beehive. That's what I be trying to tell you sometimes. You got two eyes, Beehive. You got two ears, and you have one mouth. But a lot of times you do use two mouths.
Well, let me hear what you got to say, Wick, because you still about to write another check. You about to write another check.
Let me sit up for this so I can breathe. I got to be able to breathe, man. You know what I'm saying? So what I was saying was this. Of course Drake is bigger, and not just by the stats. Not just because he has 10 number one albums to Michael's 6. And don't say Mike, he passed too early. The man lived 90 years old. Okay?
No, I'm about to snap. Not because
he has more number one singles than him. He has carried this culture right here for the past 20 years. I'm talking about carried it. Now, let's get back to what they were really saying, Beehive. Of course he's bigger than Michael Jackson. When I tell y'all this all the time, rap and music and everything grows. A smart guy, there's a few of us right now in the room, and other people can't see the smart guys behind the camera. The smart guy behind the camera said this. EJ, can you just say that one little giblet, and then I can tell him what you mean?
Get on in here,
because you're a young guy. You're a young guy.
Get on in here and say your point.
Hold on, yeah. EJ is young. Now,
say it in the mic so we can get it loud and clear.
Now make the point that if I'm wrong, EJ, check me.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? You as a young guy, you was on the tail end on Michael Jackson. Yeah, you went back and looked at the videos. Yeah. You know who he is. You like his performance. We're not saying
okay. That's enough.
We're not saying that. No, I'm not trying to persuade him. Okay. Who is bigger?
To me, I feel like, Drake might be a little bit bigger than Michael Jackson, only because, I say it like this. I feel like people look at Michael Jackson as an anomaly because you couldn't touch him, like you couldn't see him.
Right.
But I feel like if he was in today's social media age, I feel like he'll be kind of just like Drake, because we can see Drake, we can see Chris Brown. It's like they're more accessible right now.
Right, because
Michael Jackson wasn't accessible.
You
at
only
the time.
can see Michael on what?
On concert or magazines, TV.
Right.
Right now, I can look at Drake on my phone.
Instantly when you get ready. Man, that guy there, that's a smart
Easy
guy.
is brilliant, but this is the issue with my guy EJ the DJ. If Michael was out right now,
if he was out,
he would be like Beyonce, who is not accessible at all, and she's still the greatest female out right now. The closest thing to Michael Jackson is Beyonce.
Beyonce is very accessible to Beehive. Say one thing about her right now. Look, back in the day, I see what this guy...
She ain't gonna say nothing. The Beehive is gonna say something.
You made me and EJ's point for us, Beehive.
No, I haven't.
You just if right now, back if in 88, if I said, damn, Michael Jackson, it wouldn't no billion people coming at me for nothing. You know why? Because no one would have heard it. That's what he's trying to tell you.
Okay, how about this?
You couldn't, unless I went on, saw him on, I was on VH1 something, Rap City with him and slapped him for the worldwide to see. Nobody would know. Right now, if you can say something and it can go viral.
Okay,
The Beehive can come after you right now.
Have you ever did the moonwalk before I tried to do the moonwalk? Yes or no? These are yes or no questions.
The question
yes
was
or no?
Who's a better entertainer?
I didn't ask you about the better entertainer. I'm just asking you, did you ever do the moonwalk?
He's pivoting.
I'm not pivoting the conversation. EJ, have you ever did the moonwalk? Yes, he has. Have you ever did the Drake bop? Did you do the Drake bop?
Yeah, I do it.
No, you don't do the Drake bop because Drake ain't got no bop.
Well, you fooled me on that one, but
the Hotline Bling then.
You did the Hotline Bling. You don't even know the Hotline Bling then. You doing some kind of porno dance. That ain't gonna work, Wick. Okay. How many times have you seen Drake performing and folks literally pass out and die?
I get that.
How many times have you seen Drake hit the stage and folks just say, you know what? God take me.
Michael Jackson is a better entertainer. He's the best entertainer ever to walk the planet.
We not done though. What about black and white?
The point is,
what about I don't really know about, but they don't really care about us. This man was Martin Luther King in some silver socks.
What he's doing right now
is telling the truth.
He's going back, and now he's changing the argument to who was a better entertainer? Which songs he liked better?
So what is the argument then? What is the argument?
Is that more people know who Drake is in the world today than know who Michael Jackson is. Yes, they do, Beehive. It hurts to say that. He's in the internet age.
We are the world.
It's more people.
We are the children.
Look. Who? There's more people that knows who Beyonce is, who Rihanna is, and I hate to say it, than Whitney Houston.
Okay,
it doesn't mean that Whitney Houston won a better singer than them, but we argue who was a better singer.
But
Beyonce,
now, and we talking about
Whitney Houston.
See, the argument was also
who's bigger. Beyonce is bigger than Whitney Houston is because of social media.
But Whitney Houston was not Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson is the
greatest. The greatest female singer of all time.
Michael Jackson is a different story.
He's the biggest entertainer. He's the best entertainer, not biggest. Best
I'm
entertainer.
about to snap again. I'm about to snap
young man
again.
Just told you he young.
Okay, no, Betty, it's about to get ugly. Wick. Michael Jackson started at 8 years old, man.
Your point is what? You're changing the subject. You're great.
I want you to take from 8 years old all the way up to 50. There's no way in hell that Drake can impact as many folks as Michael Jackson did, even with the Jackson 5, all the way up into Thriller, all the way up into Bad, all the way up into The Last Dance.
I like you, they're all old. That's what this young man is trying to tell you. Listen, for all the people out there, when you had your barbecue,
come on,
look, when you have your barbecue, go to all the kids. You know how y'all put the kids out? Hey, we grown folks, we drinking, we doing this. Go to the 7, 8, 9, 10 years old and say, hey, who would you rather see? Drake, Beyonce, the Nicki Minaj's, or ask them, would you rather see Whitney Houston, Would you rather see Patti LaBelle? Would you rather see Prince? Would you rather see Michael? You know what the kids 8, 9, 10 are gonna be right now?
They're gonna say, I want to see This Is It Again.
They're gonna say, who is that? No, they're gonna say, who is that? Do you realize? Do you realize that? I'm gonna give you a point. Do you realize that Michael Jordan, because he laid off for so long and didn't speak, that there was actually a growing campaign that LeBron James for the new generation was the greatest all time. Michael had to come out and do a documentary to remind us so that we can have footage to talk to our kids that were arguing with us about this mess. We knew that Michael Jordan was the greatest. We knew. But our kids that was wearing the new LeBron stuff, and they looking at the Zion Williams and these new players, they think that they're the greatest. Michael Jordan had to come out of hiding.
How many Bloods and Crips have Drake united in a video? Did Drake get all of the Bloods and the Crips together and make them crank that thing up? I'm talking about crank it up in ways it's never been cranked before. And then still seem like he's just as bad as them.
Man, let me
I'm gonna ask you one time, I'm gonna ask you once again. Who's bad?
I'm gonna leave it at that right now.
No, because we just get started with Michael. I got more to say about Michael.
Because what you're doing is, like I said, you're pivoting to.
You're disrespecting the greatest of all time.
Who has a better catalog that we old folk like?
No, but I'm talking about music that saved lives.
That's what you're trying to pivot your argument to. I tell you what, you go on one of these kids' platforms. We got OG platforms.
Everybody, these damn kids don't know nothing.
They know what they know. They know what they know.
They know about Michael.
They know about Drake. Drake is their Michael.
Drake is their Michael, but Drake...
Their Michael. He had a song called Michael Jackson. He is their Michael. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It was a part in the song. Now, and I don't think I like Drake just because he said my name in a song.
Which song was it that Drake shouted you out with?
It was God's Plan.
What did he say God's Plan with? What did he say? No, I need to know this.
I'm not even gonna worry about it. I'm not even gonna say it. But listen, man, I it's not about. I'm a Michael Jackson fan. There's nobody that's a better entertainer than Michael Jackson. If I could do one concert, that would be it. But to these kids, now I had to realize that I don't got old breath. So when I'm in the car with my nieces and nephews, and I'm like, hey man, Michael's the greatest of all time. Prince was the baddest. They're in the back seat like this. There go my dad with all that old stuff again. I told you he was gonna start saying.
But see, I'm gonna say this though, Wick. See, when it comes to Drake, I got love for Drake. Drake has did his thing in this time,
right?
But Thriller and Off the Wall came out before I was able to crawl. Okay,
right, so you feel it in your heart.
But my whole thing is for me to understand, even though this music came out before I was even able to consume music, then that's saying something. So it's a lot of folks that was born in the 90s that still understand what it is that Michael Jackson brought to the game. Don't you remember when
You're looking at one. That ain't the question. You keep trying to change this question. The question is, who is more known in this day and time? Half our age group don't die.
Well, see,
it's like a movie come out right now. Okay, I hate to pivot to this right here, but let's say the movie Friday.
Yeah.
Okay. You don't have 8 people in Friday that have passed.
Facts.
Let's go to Witherspoon, the dad.
Yeah.
Let's go to Debo. AJ Johnson just passed. You remember the little white guy that was smoking with them in the barbershop?
Yeah.
I don't know his name. Somebody out there tell me. He passed. Even the girl that played Janet Jackson, Smokey's girlfriend.
Yeah,
she passed.
She looked like Freddie Jackson.
Esther passed in the movie.
Yeah,
you understand what I'm saying? The biggest of them all, Bernie Mac, has passed in the movie. So right now, okay, it's a cult classic to us, but right now, if there's a new movie out there, DC Young Fly, like they remade. Didn't they remake How High?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Well,
so more people know about the new one than know about the old How High. There are a lot of people don't know that Red Man and Method Man were in a movie called How High. If you say How High to the new generation right now, they're thinking about the little guy with the red hair and DC Young Fly. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's a bigger time right now. That we know that Redman and Method Man did it.
It's a bigger time right now, but see, the thing is, the question also to let me clarify for my people out here that's watching, they said Michael Jackson at his peak. Michael Jackson at his peak, nobody can play.
Than Drake at his peak now. He was a better entertainer than Drake at his peak.
Michael Jackson at his peak, you don't, nobody.
Well, the stats say different. The stats say different. Be high.
Michael Jackson had his own language.
Who has more number one records, albums?
Michael Jackson.
No, he don't. Drake got 10. Michael Jackson got 6. Who has more number one hits?
Michael Jackson.
No, Drake. Y'all go look it up. Who has stayed at number one the longest?
Michael Jackson?
No, Drake.
Well, guess what? Guess who I am right now?
What Michael Jackson is the number one selling album of all time, which is Thriller. Everything else, Drake's beating. Go look at the numbers.
How many ambulances are parked outside of Drake's concerts because they are anticipating the death of somebody on being starstruck?
Yeah, because we didn't get to see Michael Jackson back then. Like the young man just came and read around you and told you that we couldn't see Mike. All we could see Mike was in a magazine. All we could see Michael Jackson was on a.
Who the hell want to see Drake with a damn heart in his head every 5 minutes? Ain't nobody paying to go see that.
Right, so therefore
I want to see Michael Jackson with the gloves. I need to see him with the fancy socks on. I need to see him moonwalking. I need to see him dancing. He was a dancing machine. Wick,
you changing
is
the
Drake
subject.
A dancing machine?
No.
Okay then.
Drake
ain't nobody trying to go see Drake.
That when are you kidding me? Drake sell out. Are you serious? Really?
Yes,
nobody
I am.
Gonna see Drake. Have you seen Drake's concerts? And he ain't got the moonwalk. He ain't got to do the worm on the stage. He ain't got to make nobody fall out. And he's selling out the same stadium.
Wait a minute.
That Michael Jackson sold out. Are you kidding me? You act like Drake shows are flopping.
Oh. You know, see, now I'm feeling Michael. Michael is taking me. Now I'm trying to stop, but Michael is okay.
Michael is a better entertainer. I know that.
Has Drake ever got on stage and had to let it sizzle?
I don't even know what letting it sizzle means.
Well, it's called letting folks die on the front row because my presence. This man to get up there on stage and go like this here.
Michael Jackson is the best entertainer ever.
That wasn't even entertainer. That was just him standing up. Anybody that could just stand up and folks die.
You see how he has changed the conversation to I'm comparing who was a better entertainer. Y'all don't let Beehive fool you. He's changing. He knows what he's doing.
Michael Jackson and Drake never need to be in the same conversation. Drake is the greatest of this time.
Exactly.
But of all time is Michael Jackson. Come on, brother.
What? The greatest in what? Entertaining?
The greatest musician, artist.
They didn't say the greatest entertainer. They said who is bigger as far as status, being known, who has affected more people, and that's going to be obvious.
Michael Jackson. We are the world, we are the children.
No, because technology has evolved.
It don't matter if your shirt is black or white.
Do you know that 50 years from now that when you do your podcast, that people are going to see it on the moon? It don't mean that you...
And they going to be seeing me moonwalk.
It don't mean that you...
They going to be seeing me moonwalk on the moon.
It doesn't mean that you are better than Arsenio Hall. It just means that you are bigger.
No, you think they ain't gonna watch me moonwalk on the moon?
If in 50 years when the little man with the antenna saying be high and then you got 1 billion people on your Instagram, it don't mean that you were better than Arsenio Hall. What it means is that everything grew technology and that more people know who you are than know who Arsenio Hall was.
I understand what you're saying with technology, Wick. I understand that. But you don't think that the aliens didn't know who Michael Jackson was?
They'll go back and do their research, but they
No, Michael Jackson was talking to aliens too. Did you not watch his videos? They was always coming in from a satellite angle back onto the earth just to even see Michael back then.
They did have him on our Men in Black, remember?
Come on. A Shimon, should I say. Now back to this Friday thing. What I need to see with Friday, first of all, the debate was on that. Do you think that they'll ever be able to reboot Friday again with so many people passing from the movie? Now, personally, how I feel, I think if you get DC Young Fly, Ice Cube's son, and kick it out with them, you can have Friday just like we had it back in the day again today and had the same success.
Now, but now, when you say that, are you saying that there's a complete changing of the guard with all the actors, or are you saying that they fill in certain slots of legends? See, that's a different thing now, because that's kind of what happened with Coming to America too.
Ooh.
The legends were still there. You still had Eddie Murphy. You still had Arsenio Hall. You even had the girl that was jumping around like a dog on one foot.
She was still trying to do it.
But they incorporated the new younger
cast
to it to make it
win.
Exactly.
What did you think about the Coming to America 2?
I thought that I liked the original.
We all like the original, but you ain't gonna put. How did you feel
about my niece and nephews like the new one better.
Ooh,
because they identified with the new cast. To them, Eddie Murphy and them were old.
But did you feel like they did good with the part 2 by incorporating the new cast, but still keeping the old cast in there though?
I like that part because they changed the roles of Coming to America. Now, if Arsenio and Eddie Murphy were still trying to live in those roles, and let's go back to Friday. If they did a new Friday, and then now you got Ice Cube and Epps or Ice Cube and Chris Tucker, them still trying to portray the teenager on the porch, smoking weed, doing that, then now, no, leave the cult classic alone. Mm-hmm. You've already done that, with Friday the next weekend, Friday, goddamn at your mama's house. You already got all of them. But now, if you do it Coming to America, then, which was brilliant, bring in DC Young Fly. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Bring in some of the new
Ice Cube son.
Ice Cube son. Bring in the what's the little guy that's been playing in all the movies that played in his name, it'll come back to me in a minute. But there's a lot of great actors that you can bring in right now. And so I said, if you brought them in, and Cube and Mike Epps and the Chris Tuckers and the Cat Williams, all their roles change. That's the challenge, making their roles change, but still being able to contribute to a new generation without dominating the new generation. And it's like, okay, you got your kids, and you got a daughter, you got a son. They 14, they 15, they 16. They throwing their sweet 16th birthday party. You want to be able to let that son or daughter have their privacy a little bit, but at the same time be a shadow without being invasive. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? That's hard to do. You don't want your son or daughter, man, my dad, man, he in the other room like this with a cup on the door. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, I heard that. You don't want that, but at the same time, so you want to make them feel like they got a yard, even if they really don't. And that's what Coming to America 2 did. That was great. Eddie Murphy was more of, I got a son. I have changed now. I'm not looking for a wife no more. I'm trying to get my son back. Yeah, I'm fighting a battle now. He wasn't fighting he was running from his dad in the first one. Yeah. He fighting a battle for his country, for his legacy in this new one. So it's a whole different plot twist. And I think that Friday can do the same thing, but it takes creative writing to be able to put Cube in a different spot than what he's in. Because Cube is used to being hood, and
Cube is versatile. Cube can play all the roles. I feel like they could do a Friday part 2 with DC and Cube's son and run it like Coming to America part 2, and then it's called passing the damn torch. That's what I'm tired of. I'm tired of Negroes acting like they can't pass the torch to nobody. You just want to sit there with the torch till it burn your damn whole arm off.
And that's what I had to commend. There were a lot of people, because we never got really a chance to talk about Coming to America 2. I'm glad we've gotten on this. And when I saw it, I saw a lot of older people saying that they didn't like it because they used to the cult classic. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? And then I saw a lot of the young people that they loved it.
Yeah. I liked it. So that first one was just the genius. Well, but this new one was damn good too. I enjoyed the part too.
Because it showed it was a different movie. Yeah. It was a different movie. Yeah. But it was familiar to our generation.
Come on now.
So if Cube can pull that off, I don't want to see him and Cat Williams and Chris Tucker and Mike Epps sitting on a porch smoking weed and owing somebody $200.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah, I ain't trying to see that. They got to grow up.
They have the roles now of Witherspoon.
Yeah.
You understand?
Exactly.
Get out there and get go to work.
But what John Witherspoon said, the reason somebody asked John Witherspoon one day, they said, "Hey man, how was you able to stay relevant the whole time?" He said, "I was never scared to grow up with my character and with my age.
Absolutely.
I never tried to continue to play the young man when I became the old man.
Oh, that's
so he never aged out. He just aged with acting.
He aged with acting. A lot of people don't want to do that. It's the same way in rapping right now.
Mm-hmm.
I see guys on here, man, they're 50, 60 years old. They out here with their pants down. They're trying to jump around and say the same lingo and stuff that these young boys are saying because they think that if they do that they gonna get spin or burn on this right here. I tell them all the time, you're not gonna get no burn when you're 50 years old because your son, think about when you were 16, 17, 18. Whatever your dad and mama like was old to you.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't want to hear it. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be. I cannot go to school liking what my daddy liked.
Yeah.
Or like what my mama liked. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so that's what's going on right now. You can do the same rap as these new artists out that that's right now. Lil Baby.
Yeah.
You can do this. I can do the same exact rap in auto tune that he does. The only difference is I'm 50.
Well, speaking of you 50, but Wick, you want to talk all that?
Actually, I'm 48.
You 48, exactly. Speaking of you being 48, though, Wick, trying to act like you just old, you still too show shouty though. I look up, I'm on Instagram, I find you over here on the damn world tour last Saturday. You in Atlanta at a sold out show. Yeah. Then you're in another city in a sold out show in the same damn day. Shout out to New Face for keeping me posted because I ain't get tickets to now show.
Well,
you got jam.
I don't got to the point right now where I'm just pulling up on shows and bum rushing the stage. You about to do another show this weekend. We got a show this weekend, Freaknik concert. Beehive, you gonna be hosting it? We hosting it this Friday, which will be, what's the date on this? August 9th and 10th?
9th and 10th, man. It's going all the way up.
We'll be in Decatur, Georgia. I forgot the little club right off of Glenwood and 285 right there.
Yes, sir.
But man, the lineup is gonna be huge, man. It's almost like a BET weekend. October the 9th and 10th here from the artist Juvenile headlining on one day. I'm talking about we got Bun B, we got 8 Ball and MJG.
Facts.
We got so many great art. Since we
I can't wait for this damn show.
And you know what?
Talk to me.
Only thing that I'm tripping about, I have the lineup. I'm talking about the lineup is immaculate.
Talk to me.
You know what I'm saying? 20, 30 artists on Saturday, 20, 30 artists on Sunday. The only thing that I'm upset about is that they have 8 Ball and MJG performing on Sunday. Now, I perform on Sunday also.
Yeah.
But then they have UGK, which is Bun B, performing on the Saturday, Saturday. I'm like, well, whoever made this schedule should have put them together since we never got our verses that we advocated for on here. I wish they would have kind of just been in the same room that night because, like I've always told you, 2 greatest groups besides Outkast, because I look at Outkast on a whole nother.
They just on another way.
Well, I'm not gonna say they're on another level than these 2 groups. I'm gonna say they're in another category.
Okay.
As far as the type of music that they do.
I agree.
You understand what I'm saying?
I'm with you.
Like I'm not gonna compare NWA to Goody Mob.
Can't do it.
They're totally different
groups.
things. Right.
That makes so much sense to me. I'm with you on that.
Absolutely. So that's why I said 8 Ball and MJG and UGK was in kind of that same lane.
Yeah.
Pimp, the Pimp, R.I.P. Pimp, and then the Fat Mac. We both pimping.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
My God.
Right. So that's why I say, I wish we could have got those 2. We never got our verses. Matter of fact, what's been going on with verses? Who is in charge of verses, Beehive?
Swiss Beats and Timberland.
What are they doing?
It looked to me like they just bringing out a whole bunch of New York folks. It looked like they went and got everybody from Atlanta to get the thing popping, and now they just done tried to bring New York back off of the Atlanta way.
I was the only one that saw that. I said, I'm gonna shut my mouth. Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna get on here and say it because not Timberland. Swiss is my guy. Matter of fact, we both are Stone Mountain Pirates.
What?
Yeah, I'm older than him.
Yeah.
But yeah, Swiss went to Stone Mountain.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just like I did.
Yeah.
But I played basketball for Stone Mountain. You know, I had a JB out. Man, Jay, see when you got to hold this an arch. You got to have an arch. You know,
all them bricks you was throwing up there with.
They weren't bricks. Everybody knew me.
Okay.
But anyway, man, back to them. I don't understand from. We go from the biggest one, which was Jeezy and Gucci. You know, that's number one.
I'm with you.
Me and you advocate. We say we want UGK and we want 8Ball and MJG. We know it'll be just as big. And then we've got no disrespect to the Locks. I love Jadakiss.
Yeah.
If Jadakiss hadn't came out there, I don't know. It might have had 10 people watch it. Jadakiss saved that right there. Jada, you saved that show right there. Don't let them tell you that you didn't. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? The E40 and Too Short, they gave the Bay what they wanted.
Yeah.
But I feel like you said, the South has been neglected since since Jeezy and Gucci.
Yeah.
I mean, why can't we get Cass like you say? Why hadn't Goody done anything? Why hadn't 666 Mafia been on there? Oh, we did get Soulja Boy
and Bow Wow. And see, you know, that was a good one. I ain't gonna lie. Soulja Boy and Bow Wow, that's like your Drake thing that you was just talking about versus Michael Jackson.
See,
for this time right now.
You brought it back.
For this time now, them young folks love Soulja Boy and Bow Wow, and I think that was a good one for the culture as well. But I need UGK and 8Ball to really... I need the people to save my life to get their roses, man. I'm just tired of the bullshitting going on out
right.
here.
And then the thing about it, Pimp C has already passed. I'm gonna be serious for a minute. Pimp C has already passed. Some guys that have made a mark like that, they you know, it's just about all the people from our generation that these two groups impacted.
Yeah.
Pimp is already gone. While we still got Bun B here, let's get it done.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? Even if we got to do a hologram or a Pimp C up there, or, you know, I don't know how Bun feels about it. One thing I can say that Bun is a great guy. You know, recently, and I know he might be mad that I brought it up, you know what I'm saying, because he's a private type of guy. Got the Trio Burgers going on right now. I got to get me a Trio Burger, man.
Got to get full in this thing.
Absolutely. But, you know, a month ago I had COVID.
Facts.
I was sick. I was down.
Stressed us all out.
Only people around me knew that. I'm talking about, it was at a point where...
And everybody you told on Instagram.
Yeah, it felt like I had an 18-wheeler on my chest at nighttime. It was a point behind it. I felt like I really wasn't going to be able to shake it and beat it. I couldn't break this fever.
Yeah.
I felt like every time that, you know, I had done beat it, I would get out of breath. And it'll knock me back down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out RIP to Big Lim, who just passed from it. So many people have died from it.
ATL Caps, man. Shout out Big Lim in this thing.
And go back to Bun B. This is real. This is why also I'm pushing for this man. This man don't owe me an acorn. Mm-hmm. Don't owe me a quarter. He saw that post that you were talking about when I felt like I had beat it. I felt like, you know, I don't beat COVID. I'm good now. So I'm back, you know what I'm saying? And I got a DM from Bun B when it had knocked me back down. And I said, you know, I don't feel like I'm gonna beat this disease that it may kill me. And Bun B, he hit me. He said, you're not gonna die, bruh. He said, we need you for this culture to, you know what I'm saying, for artists like us to, you know, whether I agree with what you're saying on stuff with Beehive, whether I don't, you know what I'm saying, you keep all, you know, the culture relevant.
That's right.
Not just him or this particular person. When I say something that y'all don't agree with this group, or you don't agree with what Beehive said with this group, the bottom line, we do it for the culture itself. And a lot of times our opinions not even really how we feel in real life.
Exactly.
Because it is still entertainment.
That's right.
And a lot of people don't, you know, understand it when they're on there cussing you out. How could you not like this artist? How could you not like Michael Jackson? Man, I love Michael Jackson. Yeah. But anyway, man, getting back to this man Bun B, man, you know, he told me, he said, man, you're not gonna die. You hit me and said some certain things. Other artists hit me too, but when he hit me, it drew something in me. It was something in my body that made me get up. He told me, he said, man, you need to get up. Get up out the bed, Wick. You're not gonna die. Call me every single day, Beehive.
My God.
Call me. This man don't know me from Adam now. This ain't me and you. We partners. Yeah. We know each other from business.
Exactly.
But we're not. I'm not going over for Thanksgiving.
Exactly.
Dinner. But he called me 5 days straight. Asked about my mother, my family. Told me to get up, and because of that right there, because of people like that right there, it makes it easy for me to pull for somebody, like him. So if somebody want to know why, it's not just about just the music with 8 Ball and MJG and UGK. It's about because all them were good brothers. Ball and G also.
Well, when it comes to the Bun, you know how I feel about the Bun B, man. And to be honest with you, he's my favorite rapper of all time.
And you've said that. And you said that. But you've been on different sides of the arguments where he understands that.
Yeah.
When there's certain arguments that me and you have had up in here and we just debating, I've spoken with him. And the first thing he ever said, man, I love it. It's like barbershop talk, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because he's a very intelligent man.
Exactly.
So he understands, hey, I would rather Wick and Beehive sit on there and say something about me, say something about 8 Ball, say something about us, the DOC. Remember we talked about him.
Exactly.
People ain't getting on there saying anything about this man at first. Mm-hmm. So that's what it's about. Whether you agree with what we're saying about the DOC or not. I tell people, Beehive love the DOC. You know exactly. You know I know that. You know what I'm saying? You took one for the team, but it was more not about how you felt about the DOC or how I felt. It was more about letting people who didn't know who he was know who he was.
Exactly.
And that's kind of about this, with this UGK and 8 Ball and MJG. Whether you understand what I'm saying?
With you.
Whether you like UGK better or whether you like 8 Ball and MJG better. I would never get on a post and say, hey man, you like 8 Ball, man, UGK, man, you lame. That's why we get lame. That's why nah, bruh. It's about that we put both of these groups.
The bottom line is, if they did a Versus, shit would get crazy out here. Because folks want to see that. You're going to get some real niggas looking at that Versus. Absolutely. Blank, in the South. And see, I think also, UGK and 8 Ball and MJG also have a strong presence in Atlanta. But then you got them representing Memphis, Tennessee, and Texas.
Absolutely.
So you literally going to get the whole Southeast on this thing.
The United States, people love them in New York.
And see, that's what I know.
Cali. People love 8 Ball and MJG and UGK everywhere, man. So I'm advocating for it, man. If y'all know Swiss or Timberland, how to tag them in they post, go on they post, say we demand, that's what we want. While we still got our legends here, man, come on, man. DMX just passed, Beehive.
Come on, man.
We got a Shock G passed.
Yeah.
Bro, we got people every day, man. We may wake up and there might not be a Snoop Dogg, there might not be a, look at the people that have passed, man.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Artists that have
real.
Passed, bro. We talking about, like I said, you think that if we could go back and have a Prince or Michael Jackson versus now, do you think we would have did it now, knowing what we know that both of them has passed? Do you think that would have been something for us to rush and get done?
Whitney Houston and Mariah Carey versus?
Get it right. Well, we have rushed and got that done if we knew that they weren't going to be here much longer. So we don't know when none of us are going to pass, bruh. Get 8 Ball and MJG and UGK done. If we got to do a hologram with Bun B, if he's down with it, get it done. That's my last verses, man. That's my last verses on here because I just beat you in a verse.
Oh, please.
So we got a verses, and I always win the verses.
Get out of here with. Well, that's what that is, man. I mean, with that being said, Wick, as always, man, appreciate you kicking Major Flavor like you always do, brother.
Yes, sir. I mean, yes, sir, man. Salute to everybody out there, man. And make sure you get them. You agree with everything that I say. I'm talking to the people right now. EJ has already agreed. He came, he moved Beehive the way
EJ is shaking his head now saying this was the biggest mistake of my life. Because when he reads them comments and they start saying, tell that little young nigga to go shit. Then he like, oh, wait a minute, I didn't mean it.
EJ got my back. He ride. So, man, I'm glad to be back, B-High.
I'm glad you're back too, because you did stress me out with that bullshit.
I haven't been on here in a couple of months, man, because I was down, man. A lot of people out there didn't know.
Yeah.
And, man, I'm just blessed, man, to be here, to come in the comments, man, and say, you know what I'm saying, F Wick, man, if it makes you feel better, man, it makes your day go better. But I'm glad to be here, man. I wish everybody love out there. And I will be back next week to spank you again.
All right, I'm here for it to chump your butt off again. B-High Radio, shout it. OG Gangsta Wicked. We gone. Holla.